FIL-AM Showtime. I am Sherelle Lumba, your co-host, and we are broadcasted 4 times a week on 3 different stations, twice on GCI channels 1 and 38, Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. and again Friday afternoons at 2 p.m., as well as GCI cable channel 12, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. and again Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Joining me this program is Demi Ocampo. Welcome, Demi.
Oh, thank you very much, Cheryl.
All right, well, it's good to see you again.
Oh, me too, because, Ness is always very nice person, and I always assist him in a way that I can help with the FIL-AM Showtimes, just like what we're doing right now.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
My weekend was really great. I at the state fair. It was a lot of fun. I checked out all the exhibits, went to the farm exhibits and looked at the livestock. They had a petting zoo and all sorts of different prizes and awards to various categories. And Demi, have you had a chance yet to go out there?
No, not yet, but we are planning to, and we hope that everybody will be going down there too to see all those things that are now in display and what they have shown in the previous years that they've been having this state fair.
All right. Well, Demi, if you're ready, we have a very special guest this evening. We have Bishop Theodoro Bacani, who is from the Philippines. And Demi, have you had a chance to meet Bishop Bacani?
Oh yes, the Bishop, Ness and I was able to meet him at the Holy Name Cathedral when he was given some sort of a delivery of some speech or homily to Al Sadai. And it was very interesting, the subject matter that he covers about the people and all the love that you can give to your fellow man.
Well, wonderful. Well, I've heard he's also one of the more popular and charismatic bishops of the Philippines. So let's watch in with Uncle Ness on his interview with Bishop Bacani.
Okay, let's do it.
It's a great pleasure to introduce to you Bishop Theodoro Bacani, who is the Bishop Emeritus of Novaliches, and he's also a professor of theology in several theological facilities in Metro Manila. Here is, ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Theodoro Bacani. Bishop, welcome to FIL-AM Showtime. Salamat po for coming.
Thank you very much, Ness, for inviting me here. It's a pleasure.
You're very welcome, Father. And you are here for really a very special reason, and you recently attended the El Shaddai function here in Seattle, here in Anchorage, Alaska. What do you think of the Filipino community here, Father?
Well, it's wonderful. The people that I have met here, the Filipinos, they make me very happy. And very hopeful also.
All right.
When I meet our countrymen, countrywomen here in the United States, in Alaska. This is my second time here.
Okay, and obviously when you were young, were you raised up very religiously by your family? How did it all come about?
You would be probably surprised. I came from a family that was quite religious in the sense that in the family of my grandfather during the Japanese occupation, the 1940s, we would pray the rosary every night, and right after the Japanese occupation, when we were doing the when we were still under the Americans, we would pray the rosary. We were together as one whole clan in one house, a big house in San Isidro, Guago, Pampanga. We would pray the rosary every day, and the house of my grandfather was the house where the priest would come every time that there would be mass in the barrio. My grandfather would take care of it. And finally, the house of my grandfather became the convento of the priest.
Really?
Yeah.
And that must have been the time where you were observing all these things that's happening at that very young age. Was there any feelings that you had all about a calling or something maybe sometimes?
I must admit that I was attracted to the priesthood at a very early age. Though I didn't say I want to be a priest, but I liked the priests like Father Osmundo Aguilar. Imagine I can still remember his name. No?
Yes.
He was a priest who kept a zoo in his especially an aviary, birds, in his convento in Guagua, Pampanga at that time. And then there was this Father Gilas, Domingo Gilas, was a very handsome young priest, graduate of San Jose Seminary.
Filipino, I would assume.
Filipino.
Gilas, yes.
Filipino. So and then the priests, as I told you, would come to our house in Guagua, in San Isidro, Guagua, Pampanga, and I would meet with them there, you know, and they, of course, they would hold me like this, and they'd talk to me very kindly. So I'm sure those are the beginnings.
I see. Now, you have any other siblings, Father, beside you, brothers and sisters?
I have 3 brothers and a sister.
All right. Did any one of them became in a religious?
No, I am the only one so far.
Theodoro is the only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, my name is Theodoro. It's a Greek name, really, no?
Okay.
From the Greek, and it either means gift of God or gift to God. That's why I'm very happy with that name.
All right. So, I know you were talking about you do the rosary every night in your house. Was there any incident that you could remember that you thought that's it when it came? Because obviously this is during the war.
Yeah, this was during the war. Now, the seeds were planted then, but later on, I entered the seminary after high school. I did not enter as the regular minor seminary way, which is during high school.
All right, well, let's talk about that high school days, because there are kids watching that are high school right now and don't really know where they're going to end up. And obviously at that time when you were high school, how was it? Were you a good student, or you have barkada and things like that? And how did it turn around that at the end of your high school you decided to be a priest?
Well, I studied in Letran College under the Dominicans, and it's very interesting that here the people in the cathedral, in the Holy Family Cathedral, the priests there are Dominican priests. So I felt a kinship with them when I celebrated Mass there together with Father Luz.
Oh my goodness!
And, so there was a priest there, which who was really a very holy priest in Letran, still alive up to now, and he lived through very difficult times when there were many martyrs in Spain during the Civil War. His name was Father Pedro Tejero, and he was a very holy priest. Up to now, he's revered for his holiness. He's now about 87 years old, I think. No, still alive and strong, but he's now in UST. But he was very good, very gentle, very kind, and I would ask a lot of questions during his class in religion. I was tops in religion.
You are? Okay,
yes,
all
I
right.
must say, not to be proud about it, but...
Well, when we talk about the high school, did the priesthood came about when you were already in your senior or third year? How did it all came about? Because when you're in high school, you still really don't know what you're going to end up to, right, Father?
Yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer.
You wanted to?
I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
But to tell you the truth, there was a cousin of mine who was then studying in San Jose Seminary, which, by the way, is the same seminary that Father Luz and I graduated from.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And so he was an outstanding...
So Father Luz really is not a stranger to you. When you saw Father Luz, you know this guy from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
well, but
all
we actually...
Father Luz is watching. Congratulations. Yeah, okay, Father. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes.
He was very good. This cousin of mine, Felipe Alfonso, who later became president of Asian Institute of Management because he left the seminary. But when he was in the seminary, he was outstanding in declamation and oratory. And I would attend his declamation contests and oratorical contests and would really admire him. And I got personally attached to him and to his family. and he comes from San Jose and Nueva Ecija, and I would spend my summers with his family.
And you apparently something happened to you to make yourself promise that you'll be serving him. What was that exactly happened to you?
Yeah, I was 2 years old when, unknown to my parents, I had developed diphtheria, and they didn't think I had diphtheria until about 2 weeks. I was told, no. I was only 2 years old then. This was during the Japanese occupation. And then when they brought me to the doctor in Lubao, Pampanga, a certain Dr. Menjola, one looked at my mouth and he said diphtheria. And my father asked, what can we do? And the doctor said, if he stays here in Guagua, he'll certainly die. But if you can bring him to Manila, he might live, but he may die on the way. And my father decided he would gamble and try to bring me to Manila instead of waiting for me to die in Pampanga. Well, the Japanese wouldn't allow him to go, would not allow his car to go beyond San Fernando. And so he was frantic, he went down, and fortunately, really a touch of God's providence. A classmate of his saw him and said, Doro, what are you doing here? And he said, I'm looking, I can no longer pass because the Japanese won't allow us to pass. And that former classmate was in charge of ambulances in the hospital in San Fernando. And he said, oh, take one of the ambulances. Bring your son.
Oh my goodness.
And with that ambulance, he was bringing me to Manila. And then I stopped breathing somewhere, according to them, in Bulacan. And at that point, either my father, this is what he says, or my uncle, this is what my uncle says, pulled the rubber from the stethoscope of my uncle, who was a doctor, and inserted it into my throat, and I started to breathe again.
Interesting.
And then I was able to reach Manila, and when they reached Manila, they brought me to San Lazaro Hospital, and in San Lazaro Hospital, Dr. Pardo, the mother, I learned later, of former Comela Commissioner Pardo and former then Justice of the Supreme Court, Pardo.
Pardo, yes, yes.
Okay. She said intubation, and when they put me under oxygen, I stopped breathing again. And when they were trying to revive me, and this is the beautiful part of the story, my mother was supposed to have said, oh Lord, save my son, and I will make him a priest. In Filipino, Diyos ko, iligtas po niyo anak ko, buhayin po niyo anak ko, at pagpapariin ko. And then I started to breathe again. That's the
So
beautiful part of it.
Actually, there was already a destiny that's been set when you were that young.
I suppose
Yeah,
so, yes.
and these things happens to a human life, that there are ways of God touching you, and you remembering that later, and you say, oh, no wonder I am what I am now.
Correct.
Okay, and that's very interesting. Now, Father, when you already start taking priesthood, was it hard? Was there any hardship for you, or it went on smoothly for you as a father? Sometimes there are lots of temptation. You know what I mean, Father?
Yes.
And we're only human. There are things that pulls you apart, and you say, no way, I'm gonna go. Does this ever happen to you?
Well, the first years were honeymoon years.
Okay.
No problem. No, but later years, yes. And I was raised in the seminary. We led a sheltered life, and then you become exposed to the world in the parish.
Yes.
And you meet with many people, also many nice people, and also very attractive girls.
Yes.
And
you're only human.
And then you feel the
Yes.
attraction, no?
Yes.
And then sometimes you wonder, oh Lord, did I enter the correct vocation, or am I meant? Was I meant for something else?
So there are times there were, should I get out
Yes,
and join this part of me that's calling me, or should I go and dedicate?
Yes,
Those are moments of trials, I'm sure.
Yes, I remember going on retreat one time.
Yes.
Because of a very severe crisis.
Yeah, you know, as I look at you, Father, you kind of look like President Marcos. I don't know anybody. You're good looking. So, is that the first time you heard that? No, really. I don't mean you're like him, but you know, you look just like him. Now, Father, obviously you went through that, and now let's go. Philippines is about 85 million population. I mean, 82 million.
Now it's 89.
It's 89, and 85% of that is in the Roman Catholic religion. And how do you think affecting these things in the overall happenings in the government? There's lots of Roman Catholics, and I know that Cardinal Sin at one time was involved with the People's Power to overthrow the Marcos regime. Do you notice this trend happening in the Philippines now? Because there's lots of turmoils going on.
Yeah, well, tell you now, with Cardinal Sin absent from the scene, there is no single powerful personality that can carry the whole hierarchy. And then besides that, I will admit to you that there is quite a bit of reticence on the part of the bishops to intervene
Involved, yes.
as strongly as Cardinal Sin did in effecting a change in government.
But see, the problem, Father, is who will the people believe? Because obviously, I'm just saying that 85% of the population are Roman Catholic, and obviously there is disappointment on the part of the government itself. And knowing, growing up from the Philippines myself, who will I believe? I would lean more to the religion rather than the administration, and that's probably what had happened with Cardinal Sin. What do you think the role of the church should be with regards to the destiny of the Philippines? Because you have to admit, Father, until now, it's still graft and corruptions that's causing the cancer in the Philippines.
Yes.
Is there any hope on the horizon, Father?
Yes, there is. But the hope is, as I see it now, Nes, is this. No? We have the year 2010 coming. And I think it would be futile for the hierarchy to try to bring about a change by encouraging the people to a certain people power revolution as we once did, no, in EDSA 1. EDSA 2 was a very controversial intervention of the Philippine hierarchy. And I don't think I'm the only one who has had second thoughts about the wisdom of that special kind of intervention to oust Estrada. I noticed that you had Justice Palma here. You're telling me that she was once your guest, and
She was featured, not as a guest, but the happenings in the Philippines, and we featured what had happened to her in the Philippines.
yes, and she lamented that way of ousting Estrada. She did not favor that, and I think many people now agree with her wisdom regarding that. Now, so there is, and the people are, they've gotten sort of either tired or no longer hopeful about this kind of transition, because as you can see, unfortunately, the kind of administration that we have has not been a better administration. Did you hear about the latest ratings? The dissatisfaction rating of the SWS survey for President Gloria Arroyo is minus 51%.
It went,
Minus
not only went down, yes.
Oh, this is terrible. I've never heard any any president reaching such a low dissatisfaction rating.
And this is very, very unfortunate, Father, but what is the alternative, Father? And I know, you just like any
we have
normal
to
citizen
educate
in
people
there,
now, and really, the time is now. Educate people now to choose wisely.
But when you say educate people, we're talking of 75% for peasants and 25% in the elite. And you know what happened when you're poor, if there's a money offered to you, ang taong nagugutom sa patalim kakapit, and obviously, and unfortunately, that still happens in the Philippines. How can we change that, Father? Buying votes, things like that.
Correct. But there have been very beautiful examples now of people really voting according to their conscience. I'll cite to you, of course, Manila may not be always, as you can see, the example that you might cite, but in the last mayoralty contest in Manila, Lim did not spend much money. No? Lim, the people thought that he was the better choice. No, people were not carried away by money. In Manila, at least, people might get your money. They are not going to
That's
vote
right.
for you.
Well, maybe educate them to just get the money, but don't vote.
we educate them.
If you really want Philippines to change, you gotta do something.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we have to keep on trying. Maybe it will take half a generation, maybe a generation, but I am still hopeful that before I die, things will change in the Philippines.
You are very influential, Father, influential in terms of you have many write-ups, and people know you. The whole Filipino people know who Bishop Bacani is. As a matter of fact, in looking on some of the internet, I figured there was a controversy one time about because Philippines all of a sudden is in the forefront. The whole world know Philippines, and it's not because of the Catholicism; it's because of Pacquiao. So,
Yeah.
what can you say about that, Father?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't resent that the Philippines became known because of Pacquiao, but I'll tell you this, Nes. Myself, and I'm not alone here. You can consult moral theology textbooks or books. They'll tell you that boxing is not a sport that human beings should engage in, not professional boxing. That's why, though I don't begrudge Pacquiao getting rich, getting popular because of this, but I do not approve of professional boxing as a sport. It is an inhuman activity, because you try to hurt the other in order to win the victory. In all other sports,
And that's what exactly has been happening. He knocked out one after the other.
Yeah. So the Filipinos, of course, you see, because of difficult times, we have no hero. So any hero we can, as you say, kumakapit sa patalim. Ito kumakapit sa globes. Sa globes.
Okay. All right. Now, Father, again, thank you very much for stopping by. And one of the last thing I would like to ask you, Father, and before closing here, I'd like again to mention that my special guest here is no other else than Bishop Theodoro Bacani. You've heard what he's been saying, and also he's the Bishop Emeritus of Novaliches, and we are very honored here for him being with us. Now, Father, you soon going back to the Philippines. What do you see now as the future of the Philippines with regards to happening, as you said, the rating of the president is becoming low. What should the Philippines do in order to go back to its feet again?
Well, first, really eliminate graft and corruption, and second, after with the elimination of graft and corruption, the morale of the people will be lifted up. As you know, Filipinos work hard. No, very few people are as hardworking as Filipinos, and we are a talented people. In fact, we say maabilidad ang Pilipino. Minsan ginagamit ang abilidad sa hindi magandang paraan. But we really, as you can see, wherever they are. And in a place like Alaska, the Filipinos, as you can see, do very well here just because they try to do their best given the opportunity that they have. So we have to raise the morale of the people, and then at the same time get the people to work together. That is what we lack in the Philippines today, is a sense of the common good, of the common will, the national good. We have not gone much beyond the what they call family-centeredness. We have close families and closed families, unfortunately. And then, we've gone beyond that often, but we are still in the tribal or regional, our attitudes are regionalistic, tribalistic. We have to come to a point where we develop really a national consciousness. You know, Bishop Solis of Los Angeles, he says, yes, we are united Filipinos. There are united Ilocanos, united Pampangueños, united Bulaqueños, united Ilonggos, united Cebuanos,
right,
like that.
So what we need is to unite all these united segments.
Correct.
That's one unity.
A sense of national community.
It's interesting you mentioned that, Father. When I was in Korea, I was there for 8 years, and I tell you, every 5 o'clock, as we drive on the byways of road, I noticed all the traffic would stop. And they would go out of their car, and they would put their hand on their chest.
Correct.
And the national anthem of Korea is being played. And I've never seen such nationalism where I would like, has that ever happened in the Philippines?
Unfortunately, well, at least when you have the Bayang Magili, when we sing it, okay.
But you dare not stop the traffic.
I
have a revolution.
In many places, you know. But in the province, they do.
They do that. Oh,
they
okay,
do that.
That's good.
Some
that's good.
places in the province.
All right.
They
Well,
do.
I stand corrected.
Thank God.
Yes.
Thank God.
Thank God for that.
But you know, the sacrifice that the Thai people made and the Koreans made during the Asian financial crisis in 1995, where they donated gold to the government, so that they will be able to make the country float again.
But there was a challenge to the people themselves. There was a challenge to them and see how much they really love the country.
Yes, and they saw that, well, that wasn't going into private pockets.
Right.
If you do that in the Philippines, unfortunately,
they would never do it.
they would never do it because they'd be afraid it would go into private pockets.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody ought to try it.
We ought
Somebody ought to try it
we
and see
ought
what
to-
kind of response you're going to have.
Well, we first need to raise up and to vote for people who are really credible and who have integrity.
And sooner or later, with the grace of God, that will happen.
Yes, and
Nothing is impossible, hindi ba sabi? If you believe in me,
yes,
it will happen.
it will happen, and we do. I think it will happen sooner than expected. You'd be surprised. I think 2010. I looked to 2010 as the year for the possibility of great change in the Philippines.
All right, there you go. 2010, mga kababayan.
2010.
Something will happen big in the Philippines.
Correct.
And Bishop Theodoro Bacani will be looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Father. I really appreciate it. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen. My very special guest tonight, no other else than Bishop Theodoro Bacani, Bishop Emeritus of Novaliches. Thank you, and let's go to the next segment of our program.
That was a really great interview that Uncle Ness had with Bishop Bacani. What did you think, Devin?
Yeah, of course, yes. With all the information that Father Bacani has mentioned in the interview, that was terrific, and it was very interesting.
Absolutely. I was really glad that we were able to kind of see a little bit more about his personality and realize that he is just another human being as far as being able to talk about maybe some controversial issues.
Yes.
So that was really good to see that about him.
Yeah, that's right. Have you noticed that Ness asked about the most popular person?
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, And what was the response of Father Bacani with his question?
Well, he said that he was a little, maybe not quite, maybe disappointed in the way how his claim to fame, being a boxer and fighting and beating up on other men in the ring, and how maybe that's not quite the best way to be popular. Well, we again had the opportunity to have Bishop Bacani here on the show, so that was a really great interview, Uncle Ness. And speaking of Uncle Ness, unfortunately he is recuperating from being sick, so he will not be on air with us, but he is behind the scenes right now, behind the camera, with the show with us. But he has had the chance to visit with his family, his daughter Chrissy and his son-in-law Tim, with their grandchildren, and they had a chance to go down to Seward and go on the Fox Island tour.
Yeah, the last time I talked to Ness when they were out there in Seward is that they were having fun. And I'm glad that Ness has a company with the family and he's enjoying himself right now.
All right, and I'm sure he had seen beautiful scenery and maybe some sea life. So, well, we hope Chrissy, Tim, Henry, and Ceci have a chance to come back and visit us soon. Now, speaking of children with Henry and Ceci, maybe they might have a chance to check out our UFAA Pee Wee Championships. We had the championships last weekend, and it was quite exciting. There were 4 or 5 teams, and they did a really good job with all the children out there who had played their hearts out, and it looked like they had a lot of fun. And now let's go to Spenard Rec, where we will watch in on some of the basketball clippings of the championship tournament.
Go closer. moving. Where'd the ball go? Oh, okay. Javon, so serious. Oh my God. Rebound, rebound! Oh. Got it. He's taking the ball. Dude, you do it. You do it.
That was a lot of fun. What did you think about the basketball championship tournament?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of improvements on the players with all those participants having fun and enjoying themselves and being great now. Before, when they are playing, they dribble the ball and they lose it. But now, you know, they are very good. Who knows? Starting from this little league to the big league, and probably in the future, those players of ours will go to the NBA.
You never know. You never know. It has definitely been quite the development with the young players. Maybe if you had seen some of the footage we took earlier in the season, it was it was a little questionable just because maybe some of the children were maybe playing basketball for the first time, but after all the practices and the games, they have definitely come a long ways, and we hope to see more kids come out next season for the UFAA Pee Wee Basketball League. So again, congratulations to all the players and the coaches to make this season a success. So great job, guys. We'd like to congratulate the champions. It was the red team that was coached by Lexi Sargento, and the orange team that was also coached by Joe Guzman.
Wow, yeah. With basketball almost done now, and with the champion, the red team, as you mentioned, congratulations to all the participants in that tournament.
All right, well, we look forward to the upcoming UFAA Men's League. So make sure that you check in with us. We'll have some standings to report and some game clippings as well. So if you miss anything, please make sure that you log on to our website at www.FIL-AMShowtime.net. Now, with the hard work and dedication, I'm sure that if you put your heart into it, you can make it all the way to the Olympics. And if anyone had been watching the Olympics on NBC in Beijing, there has been quite the American basketball gold medals.
Yeah.
The men's basketball team, they'd won gold against Spain, and our women's basketball team, Lisa Leslie from the Los Angeles Sparks in the WNBA, she has now her 4th gold medal in a row. So kids out there, if you want to play basketball and you put your heart and sweat and blood into it, then who knows, you can make it all the way to the Olympics.
Yep.
So
with all those good players that we are having right now in our tournament here, the red, orange, green, and blue team, with the red being the champion, well, who knows? Maybe one of those kids will be in the big league like the NBA, or be a member of the U.S. team to the Olympics, like where they get the gold. Isn't that fun, Cheryl, to have a Filipino person to be a part of the team?
that would be great.
All right, we can have Lorenzo. Got a little play here,
Yeah, right now? So, no, Wednesday, 8 p.m.
This Wednesday.
And 8 me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the players of tonight's game. And what's your name?
Grand Orange.
Grant. Right, and what team do you belong?
The green team.
How did you make, how was your team? Did you guys did okay?
Yeah.
What is that in your hand?
This is a trophy for participating in the games.
All right, did you have a good time playing?
Yeah.
Did you learn lots of things?
Yes.
Is this your first time to play basketball?
Yeah.
Are you going to be a basketball player from now on? All right.
Enjoy the game?
Did you enjoy the game?
Yes.
All right. What do you say about your teammates?
They're really good.
Do you go to school?
Yeah.
What school?
Trailside Elementary.
And what grade?
6th grade.
All right. Time to say goodbye to FIL-AM Showtime.
Bye.
Peace.
Number one. Oh wait, which one do I look at? Oh, I want number one. Jill, get over here! 2 pieces. 3. Guys, you keep getting me closer. Don't Junior, sit down.
Well, let's move on to our next agenda on our program. We have the AFFA Inauguration Ball. It will be held in the next couple weeks, September 13th at the Hilton Hotel at 6:30. And if you're interested in joining us, please feel free to give us a call at 350-0219 to find out more information. And also, our tickets will be sold at $50, and there's also an upgrade from that, Demi?
Well, there's $60 for gold. You know, you have this special place probably around the perimeter of the dance floor and close to the stage, where you can see all the presentations of all those participants that will be performing in the program of the banquet. And I understand APA inauguration banquet ball is always great, and there's a lot of people that always come to this kind of banquet.
Oh yes, absolutely. It is a lot of fun. And also, if you want to purchase tickets, feel free to give Lulu Parawan a call. Her number is 360-8690. Again, you can reach Lulu Parawan at 360-8690.
Alright guys, magkita-kita po tayo sa inauguration ball ng APA, okay? September 13 at 6:30 p.m.
at the Hilton Hotel. We hope to see you there. Now, continuing with more community events, we would like to announce there was a farewell party for Pastor Joel Reyes and his wife Beth that the Filipino Bible Church had for them last weekend, and he shall be here for the next couple weeks or so, but we do appreciate all of your hard work and serving us here at the community, and we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Well, with the place that they are going to, Arizona, with a lot of sunshine as opposed to where they're coming from in Alaska. Wow, that would be a nice place to be. Good luck to you, and we wish you all the best.
We also have a couple other community announcements. Demi?
Yes, our deepest sympathy to the family of Fred and Imelda Lopez for the passing away of their mother, Consolacion Fortes. The wake was held as Our Lady of Guadalupe, and Father Vince officiated in the Mass.
We wish to extend our deepest condolences to the Lopez family, and we hope from all of us here at FIL-AM Showtime that you have our love and support.
At kami po uli ay nakikiramay sa pamilya ni Imelda and Fred Lopez sa passing away ng kanilang mother, Consolacion Fortes.
Demi, it also has been just about a year this time that Auntie Juliet had passed away, and we are going to celebrate her 1-year anniversary next month in September, and we should be announcing the day and time next week. But continuing with Auntie Juliet's legacy, Uncle Ness is continuing on with FIL-AM Showtime as we're here today, and he has been nominated by the, or has been acknowledged by the Anchorage Chamber of Commerce as a finalist in the 51st Annual Gold Pan Awards in one of the community service categories. So that will be held at the Sheraton Hotel, September 13th at 7 p.m. And if you would like more information on anything throughout the show, feel free to give us a call at 350-0219, or you can check out the website at www.filamshowtime.net. Well, Demi, did we forget anything tonight?
I think we cover all the things that we are supposed to be relaying to our kababayan. Kaya wala na akong maisip kung ano pa maibibigay natin sa kanila. So,
alright, well, let's wrap up the show. We hope everyone had enjoyed your time with us. We hope to see you again next week. Ako po si Cheryl Lumba, hanggang sa muli.
On behalf of Ness Danguilan, And what he always says at the end of the Showtime taping or show, magmahalan tayo sa tuwi-tuwi na. Ako po si Demi Ocampo.
Make noise!